Hello, CrossFit Linchpin. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Today is Monday, June 24th, 2019. Every week we have new people from all around the world joining us. So if you're new to Linchpin, thank you. Thanks for trusting us with your long-term health and fitness journey. You're in good hands, and you're going to be a part of an awesome community, an incredible supportive community, which is fantastic. Dig into that private Facebook group. There's a lot of good things going on. There's a lot of great people out there. If you're unfamiliar with what we do and why we do it at CrossFit Linchpin, go to our website, crossfitlinchpin.com, and click on the tab that says About Us. And that'll give you a really nice brief rundown of our mindset and why we do what we do every day. But if you're a veteran, you've been around a bit, you know the deal. So we'll dive right into it. Today's workout for Monday. Today is one that if it's your first day with CrossFit Linchpin, this is just what we do. We grind. We don't avoid the unpleasantries of fitness, and we don't care what's flashy. We do what's effective. Doesn't matter if it's popular, we do what's effective, and good things happen when you do that. So we're gonna throw the Bergner warm-up into our warm-up today, even though we're not snatching in the workout. And we do that, I probably try to put that in a couple times a week, because we don't snatch every day because it's unnecessary and ineffective for overall fitness. And we don't have a bias such as that. But the snatch is a complicated movement, and so it's good to touch it a couple times a week to keep it fresh. And the Bergner warm-up, Mike Bergner did a fantastic job with that. It's a great head-to-toe warm-up that works on days that you're not even barbell snatching. So we're doing that in the warm-up. And then the workout today, it's 2 rounds for time, which anyone who's been around for a while, 2 rounds for time, a warning bell goes off of trap, something's wrong, 2 rounds for time. 75 calories on the bike, 25 knees to elbows, and 25 ring dips. 2 rounds of that, no big deal, right? Each round is 50 calories on the bike for women. Now, you're gonna say, what bike? Well, here's what we've got, depends upon what bike you have. Here's our calorie conversion. If you've got the Rogue Echo bike or the Assault bike, it's just 1-to-1, so it's just as it's written right there. Concept 2 rower, also 1-to-1. Calories are exactly what they would be. The Concept 2 bike erg, take those calories, multiply by 1.4. And if you've got the Schwinn Airdyne, one of those old school bikes, multiply by 1.5. And that should get you to where you need to be. We have a video showing the ring dip. Now, bear in mind the ring dip that's shown is strict. The workout calls for kipping. So this is a great day, not a barbell in sight. Big chunks of work, which is something we don't do all the time because in general, big chunks of work will cause a reduction of intensity, and in general, keeping our intensity higher, relatively speaking, more often than not, leads to the good stuff, leads to fitness, but in the name of variance and being well-rounded, we have to expose ourselves to other tasks, if you will, and big chunks of work are just one of those tasks. And today, 2 rounds for time, big chunk of calories in the bike, and 25 knees to elbows and 25 ring dips. The knees to elbows have received recently an undeserved bad rap. The knees to elbows are arguably harder and more effective than toes to bar. However, they are tougher to judge in a competitive setting than toes to bar. And so because of that, toes to bar have become embraced. When you watch competitions, you don't really see knees to elbows. Knees to elbows, the knee has to hit the elbow, not the upper tricep, not close to the elbows, not knees to almost elbows, it's knees to elbows. And that can be tough to make sure the range of motion is perfect in a competition setting, whereas a toes to bar is very simple to judge. Both feet break the plane at the bottom, both feet tap the bar at the same time at the top. Simple. And so that kind of got the nod. And because of that, I think some folks have been like, well, toes to bar is a competition movement, so I'm just going to do toes to bar, and every time knees to elbows come up, I'm not going to do that. You're making a grave mistake. Knees to elbows are more challenging, and they're fantastic, so I would highly recommend that you don't sub out the knees to elbows for toes to bar. Super fitness robot time for this, 24 minutes or less. More likely time could be as high as 34 minutes or less. It really depends on not only how well you make it through those big chunks of work on the bike, but just big sets of ring dips and big sets of knees to elbows can really slow some people down, and they can really get broken up heavily. And so it's just, there's going to be a range in times today, but you're going to walk away from today a better athlete. Scaled option, maybe you looked at the more likely time of 34 minutes or less and you're like, I don't even know if I'm going to get that. Consider the scaled option. Scaled option today, still 2 rounds for time, but we're cutting the calories down. This time it's 50 calories per round for men, 35 calories per round for women. Then we have 15 hanging knee raises instead of the knees to elbows, or you could do 15 sit-ups. And then instead of the ring dips, we have 15 bar dips, or 15 dips off of a bench, off of a box, something like that. Or you could do push-ups or knee push-ups. So wherever you are, you can make it work. We have a video showing you the ab mat sit-up as well as the push-up. The limited equipment option. So our limited equipment option assumes that you don't have a barbell, you don't have any fancy gear. You've got a pair of dumbbells, in general, a pair of 50s for the men, a pair of 35s for the women, because that's what a lot of people in the community acquired when dumbbells came up a couple years ago in the open. You have a jump rope, you've got a pull-up bar bolted to your wall over the door, and then you have a set of gymnastics rings hanging from the pull-up bar. Not, that you don't have high ceilings, they're not mounted from the ceiling, so they're a set of low rings, and that's all the gear you have. And with that gear, it's called our limited equipment option, but it does not limit your fitness. The limited equipment option crew are absolutely ferocious animals, and I say that all the time and I mean it. Limited equipment option today. You don't have a bike, so 2 rounds for time of a 1,200 meter run, 25 knees to elbows, 25 ring dips. Enjoy. Accessory work, optional as always, and it's the Monday, start of a new week, so I'll say this for just any new folks along. The accessory work, you'll hear me say this every day, optional as always, and it is. You do not have to do accessory work to be fit. You could go your whole life and not do accessory work, so don't feel like it's mandatory. It is not. It should be additive if you choose to do it. It should help you in the gym. It should improve things. So if you're going to start doing it and you haven't been doing it, tread lightly. Do a crawl, walk, run approach. I wouldn't just dive into everything full bore, full prescription, full repetitions, full loading and all that stuff. Cut it in half, scale it back and start to see how it treats your body. Because the accessory work each day, it's not just a little extra. Even though it's only usually a couple of things, it's a lot of work, and so it's taxing. And so if it leaves you overtrained and tired, well, then you're going to walk into the gym without the intensity that you should have, and that's detrimental to your long-term fitness. So this should be additive if you choose to do it. Accessory work for today. 3 rounds of 1 minute max calories on the bike, 2 minutes of rest. Hey, you've got the bike out anyway, why not? Ring rows, 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions, and we have a video there showing the ring row. Cool down and stretching. Every day we offer cool down and stretching, and since it's Monday, I'll say this to set the tone. I, in general, offer a lower body and an upper body stretch each day. The world's full of all kinds of flexibility and stretching, strategies, if you will. Some of them are quite effective, and some of them are just overly complicated and flashy and unnecessarily so. So we've chosen some classics that work really well and applied with consistency, deliver benefit and results. So this is just something great to do if you're not really sure where to start with your stretching. If you've already got a great routine, by all means, keep going with it. But if you'd like to start down the path, we'll give you those options. And we'll rotate through a bunch. And so you might find some that, let's just say they're easy for you, and some that are challenging. Well, those ones that are challenging, you might want to embrace those a bit more frequently than some others, so it's a bit individual there. But for today, cool down and stretching, cool down for 5 to 15 minutes by casually walking, jogging, biking, or rowing, whatever you can do. Doing 15 minutes is better than 5, but if you only get 5, then you've only got 5. Lats and chest stretch hanging from the bar, hold that for 1 to 2 minutes. We have a video of that. Then the hamstring stretch, holding that for 1 to 2 minutes per side, and a video as well. Great start to the week, and we will see you tomorrow.